Yeah, Friday, the 3rd of Feb 2017. I'm on my way to get the car checked for roadworthy. I don't expect it to pass first go because that's just ridiculous. But I've done all the things that I could do without diving into it to check on other things, if you know what I mean. Like tyres, windscreen wipers, get the radio done, and little bits and pieces, make sure the heaters and everything are working. Then I'm going to go up and watch a movie while I'm waiting. If I've got my timing right, that'll be Star Wars, the latest one that everyone else has already seen. One thing I've noticed, I think it must have been since I've just put the tyres on, because the old tyres that were worn had probably worn to a certain angle. Now the steering wheel is just a little off centre, so looks like I'm going to have to get a wheel alignment. Alright, so I've just dropped the car off at Waverley Service Centre for the roadworthy check. I don't know how bad it's going to be. Maybe that's the wrong choice of words. I don't think it's going to be that bad at all. I just realised this is the street where I came to, I reckon it was Rapid Panel Glen Waverley, where I came to get my car assessed after the hail, and it was deemed written off. Man, that was a heartbreaking time because I really love that car. Here's a picture. And if you're wondering what sort of weather could do that to a car, here's some video. Sorry to digress a little there, but it did just remind me. Where was I? Oh yeah, by this big tree. Yeah, so I don't think it's going to be anything majorly wrong with the Commodore. It's probably going to be stuff that I can't see. And that is, it could be a shocker, it could be some bushings. I don't know. I remember yesterday I told you that I would put the paper under the Commodore. I should have filmed that too. There was no leaks that I could see. Now that doesn't mean there isn't any leaks, but it just means there's nothing gushing out of the bloody thing like a waterfall. So that's good news. This is what happens when you don't have safe sex. These two trolleys had a baby seat. Fuck me, that's a monstrosity. So the first 4 years of my life was spent in Glen Waverley. Just around the corner here on Kingsway, I went to kindergarten, and this was our shopping strip. Although, Kingsway didn't look like this. Coming off Kingsway, it's like a ghost town in here. Way early. I'm so early. The movie doesn't start for another 35 minutes. I haven't had breakfast. Maybe I should do that. For a fleeting moment, I considered Pancake Parlour for breakfast. Jesus, that's pricey. Now here's the other thing. Who am I kidding? If I'm going to the movies, I'm getting popcorn and a chop top and probably a Coke. So skip breakfast. Popcorn is breakfast. If you haven't been to Glen Waverley lately, you've got to come along if you love Asian food. Just about every shop along Kingsway is now Chinese, and there's, you know, there's supermarkets and there's dumpling houses and everything you can imagine Asian style is along Kingsway. It's cheap, it's amazingly good. So if you are looking for a feed and you're in the Glen Waverley area, hit up Kingsway, you will not regret it. Hey, here's the thing about movies as well. Like, I'm still early. It's, I don't know, it's almost 11 now. The movie doesn't start till 11:15. The movie doesn't start until 11:15. That's not true, is it? Is that when previews start? Usually get about 10 minutes worth of previews, and then maybe even longer sometimes. See, the reason I'm trying to figure this out is because do I just go now and get the popcorn and then run the risk of eating it before the movie's even started? Not if I get a big one. You know, there's a real fear with vlogging as well, is that you've got to get comfortable talking to the camera when other people are around. And a lot of the times I've just not done it. So you just got to keep doing it, because really the people are looking at you going, what's he doing? And then they realise you're talking to a camera and they go, oh, he's talking to the camera. And then if they still look at you, you just go, I'm talking to the camera. But it is such a fear to overcome. It's weird. I can get up in front of bloody thousands of people and do anything. But this freaks me out. So I always do it in my car or quietly somewhere else. I just got home from the movies, seeing Star Wars, Rogue One. Absolutely loved it. Then I went and picked up my car, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Then I had a phone call with someone about some future stuff. Very cool. We'll talk about that if and when. Then I got another phone call about something else coming up, which could be very, very cool. And I'll know more about that on Monday. So this glorious Friday afternoon, it's looking pretty good. Now back to the car. So as I mentioned, I did all the things that I could do myself and wasn't too sure what was going to be going on underneath the car. There's a couple of things that need to be done. A few bushes, as I mentioned, the rear shocks, the drive belt, something to do with the power steering. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. So it's pretty good. Well, here we are, a few hours later from my last check-in. I am on my way to Suki Lounge in Belgrave for the gig tonight. Higgo's Heavy Hills 2. I've been banging on about it on social media for the past month or so. I hope we get a good turnout because the lineup is spectacular. You know what, on this 3rd of Feb, there's a lot of stuff going on. If I could clone myself, I reckon I'd be along at the first ever women's AFL, like the official first match at Princess Park. That crowd looked massive. Then you got 12 Foot Ninja at the Chelsea Heights Hotel. That's massive, but I'm going to see them tomorrow night, so that's okay. And of course, the Green Man, Machine Man, Machine Man, Danny Green versus Anthony Mundine in Adelaide. I'm going to be checking my phone for updates on that one, and I don't think I'm alone in saying I wish Danny Green the very best.